Welcome to episode 131 of the Sports Marketing Machine podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy Nizer. This is the podcast for those working in sports looking to sell more tickets and grow your fan base. Today, I'm going to tackle something called Meta Advantage Plus. If you're running Facebook or Instagram ads and you're inside of Meta and you're inside of the ads manager, you've probably seen something called Advantage Plus. And basically it's Meta saying, hey, just let us do the work. We'll pick the audience, we'll pick the placements, we'll pick the creative. All of that sounds awesome. Less work for you, right? More results. But here's the truth. For most sports teams trying to sell tickets to your games, Advantage Plus works against you. And if you don't understand what it's doing, how it's doing, and why it's doing it, you could be wasting thousands of dollars. This episode, I'm going to dive into what Advantage Plus is. There's some pros, some cons, when you might want to use it and when you should never use it, and how to understand if it's truly impacting your ticket sales and where to look. Let's get to it. So before we get started, I had already pre-recorded this episode before what occurred yesterday. Yesterday, Charlie Kirk was assassinated. And listen, I didn't always agree with him. A lot of times I really didn't agree with him. But most importantly, I respected him. I respected his honesty, his ability to communicate, and most of all, his love for this country. He was a dad of two little girls just like myself, and that hits me really hard. You don't always have to agree with someone to appreciate the way that they show up, the way that they fight for what they believe in. He was an educator, an advocate, and he cared deeply. And I just wanted to take a moment here to acknowledge that loss and to share that we will continue to keep his family in our thoughts and prayers. We hope you do the same. This episode is all about Advantage Plus inside of your Meta Ads platform. So if you're just getting started with Meta Ads, you're inside of Ads Manager and you've been running different ads, or for the most part, you're just boosting posts, this episode's probably going to be a little bit more advanced for you. But if you're in Ads Manager a lot and you're in there all the time and you're running ads and you're changing out creatives and you're doing a lot of different things inside of Meta Ads in the Ads Manager, this is going to be a super helpful episode for you. So I hope that regardless where you are on the spectrum here of being a newbie getting going with Meta Ads or someone who's been doing it for a long time, this episode provides you some value. So let's dive in. What Advantage Plus really is. In simple terms, Advantage Plus is autopilot. Instead of you choosing who sees your ads, Meta does all the work for you. That can be great if you're selling t-shirts online to anyone in the country. But if you're a sports team, we don't want anyone. We want the locals who will actually buy tickets. And the problem with Advantage Plus is when Meta chooses the audience, you lose the ability to talk differently to families, to students, to businesses, to past ticket buyers, to groups. Those groups, those buckets need different messages, and Advantage Plus just lumps everybody together and says, we're going to give it our best shot. Well, we need personalization. There's different people in your funnel. There's people who have never been to your games before. There's people who have been to your games every year for the last 5 years. And there's people that are engaging with your content that really like it, that perhaps have been to a game a few years ago but haven't been out lately. So Meta's algorithm isn't trying to sell out your Friday night's game. It's really just trying to get the cheapest click. And that's not what you want. You want ticket sales, or you want impressions, or you want people consuming your content so it becomes something. It becomes, we got a warm audience of people for me to be able to sell something Two. All right, the second part of this is, how do you tell if Advantage Plus is really hurting you? So how do you tell? Here's the kicker. Most teams already have the Meta Pixel installed on the back end of their website. And they don't have the purchase tracking side set up. A lot of teams do have the purchase tracking side set up, conversion API set up. Some do, some don't. Which means that Meta can't even see when a ticket is sold. It's just counting clicks and counting page views. So if you're running Advantage Plus, you may see reports that look amazing. Hey, we got you 500 conversions. But reality, those are just website visits. They're not ticket sales. So Advantage Plus is going to give you metrics that are simply not true unless you have a lot of the back end, the foundation set up appropriately and efficiently so that Advantage Plus can really track those sales. Most teams don't have that. How you would be able to tell what you have set up is there's a Chrome extension called the Meta Pixel checker, and you can put it in there. It's called Meta Pixel Helper, that is. You can put it on there to check to see if you have the pixel added on your website appropriately and correctly, and if you're counting page views and ticket sales and conversions, the Meta Pixel extension would be able to help you. I'll put a link in the show notes, so if you've got Chrome, you use Chrome, you can actually download it and use it. So how do you know if Advantage Plus is wasting all your money? So if you pop into your ads manager and you pop over to reports, you're going to see some great results, but ticket sales aren't moving. That's really a red flag. So before you even hop into reports, just take a look at your metrics in there. Oh, we're seeing all these ticket sales and you're not selling that to many ticket sales. Well, that's clearly a red flag. If most of your buyers are actually just regulars or season ticket holders, you're not actually growing your fan base. You're just selling to people that had already came out. These are warm audiences, right? So the second piece of this is, if the same super fans are seeing your ads over and over again, you're just burning cash. So if you're not actually tracking ticket sales with Advantage Plus, it isn't helping you sell tickets. It's just helping Meta sell your ads is all it's doing. It's not actually saying, I need to go find conversions for you. When you feed Advantage Plus information about your fans through the conversion API and connecting all of that, it will actually look in there and say, okay, I need to go find someone who's just like this. Someone who bought 4 tickets, who spent $52 with you, who's coming to the game this weekend, right? That's what you're actually looking for. But most cases, Advantage Plus, if you don't have the conversion side set up, it's just wasting you money. So what do you do instead? So when you're starting to set up an ad in there, it's going to say, hey, would you like to use Advantage Plus? Or you're going to do it manually. Do it manually. And I want you to start with warm audiences. So you're going to be showing ads to people who already visited your website, watched your videos, opened your emails. These are the folks that are most likely to buy. I talked about in an episode prior about the audiences that you should have in the back of your Meta Ads platform that are warm audiences that you could target, and how to also, in a different episode, where to put those audiences. So there's a warm audience, there's a very hot audience, and there's a cold audience, and what and how you should be setting up your ads to target these folks. I'll put links in the show notes for those. But you need to think in stages here. New fans need hype. They need awareness. They need excitement. They need to be shown an ad a couple times in a couple different creatives before they start to move. It's kind of like that Snickers bar that you walk past at the aisle at the grocery store. You need to see it multiple times before you decide to throw it on the belt there and make the purchase. Whereas warm fans need reasons to buy. Hey, it's a promotion, it's a giveaway, it's a fireworks night, what have you. Your warmest, hottest targets of fans or cart abandoners. These are people who have purchased, put things in their carts rather, but didn't purchase. Recent site visitors within the last 7 days, right? They need a direct call to action. Buy your tickets now. That's what they need. Advantage Plus does have some benefits where you can rotate and put different ads in there, creatives that is, and they'll cycle through it and tell you which ones is the most performing based on your objective. So that's great. You can test your creatives, but don't just let Meta decide. Rotate videos, graphics, testimonials, and how and why you would think about when you would do that. It would all rely on frequency. How many times people see your ads without doing anything? So if you've got an ad out there and you're getting clicks, you're getting lots of impressions, but then the frequency column says 8, 9, 10, you need to change it. Typically, the magic number for me is 5. When they start to see it 5 times, they're not buying. It's time to change the creative. So test your own creative. Don't just let Meta decide. Rotate your videos, your graphics, even your testimonials so that you actually learn what works for your fans, not just Meta. Meta's going to be able to figure all that out without you, but you'll have no idea. So use your own data. Your lists, ticket buyer lists that you have, download those, import those. That's on one of the episodes that I shared, so be sure to go back and listen to that one. I'll put that link in the show notes. So all of that is great. I'm helping you build a foundation about how you approach and think about ticket sales and using Meta ads to do it. Advantage Plus is great. It's an autopilot. It's an easy button, but it doesn't always work for sports teams. But when does it work? To be fair, there are times it can help. So if you're selling merch on your online store to anyone and anywhere they can buy it, this automation's great. So if you're one of those teams that have a really popular merchandise line, I think about like the Savannah Bananas. That's great. Let Meta's Advantage Plus run with it because people all over the country would love to buy it. The Motorboaters, the Bismarck Larks have a brand called the Motorboaters. This is great. Allow Advantage Plus to be able to do that. But if you're trying to sell tickets, you probably should not use, in fact, I'm just going to say don't use Advantage Plus. Wrong tool. So what are the main takeaways for this episode? Advantage Plus is Meta's autopilot. That's the easy button for ads. But autopilot does not know your fans as well as you do. So choose the manual option where you set it all up. Not only will you learn more about your fans, what works, what doesn't for the audiences, but you just get so much more understanding to become a better marketer when you do it yourself. If you don't have it set up for the purchase tracking side, the Meta API, conversion tracking, Advantage Plus is just going to optimize for clicks, not ticket sales. And that's great to get clicks to your website, but you're just going to get tire kickers and you're going to have more problems down the funnel because you just get people to the website that don't buy and you got to figure out, well, is it the copy? Is it where they went? Is it the pay? Like what is going on? So you're going to have way more problems if you just kind of did it yourself and set it up yourself. Watch for signs as you start to run ads. If you've got no new buyers, wasted impressions, frequency's pretty high, and there are reports that don't match what you're seeing in your ticketing software or your CRM, that's where you got your problem. So don't use Advantage Plus there. The better play is build your audiences, warm audiences, upload your ticket buyers, create audiences of people who watch videos at 50, 75, 95%, exclude lists, past ticket buyers, put them in there and test your own creative. You're going to learn way more than Advantage Plus. And I know Advantage Plus is going to say, hey, you're going to get a 9% lift or it's going to cost you cheaper if you do this. It's baloney because they're going to show ads to people that are not in your community. It's not going to work. I'm promising you because I've seen this for at least 35 teams. Advantage Plus simply doesn't work for sports teams unless you have all of the pieces set up in the back end to track the conversion side. Use Advantage Plus for merch or broad campaigns, but not for local ticket sales. So don't just hit that easy button with Meta. Double check your conversion tracking, build your own audiences. You take control of your messaging, how it looks, what you're trying to accomplish. That's how you're actually going to put your best foot forward and sell more tickets. You're going to waste money doing it your way, for sure, no doubt about it, but you're learning and you're becoming a better marketer that way. Everybody wants the easy button. throw things in ChatGPT and let them do it. Do this, do that, right? Some of this stuff, you're just going to have to roll up your sleeves. You're going to be banging your head against the wall, but I'm promising you, you're going to be a better marketer when you do it the manual way rather than just hitting the easy button. So, all that being said, if you need some help, you just want, hey, Jeremy, would you mind just taking a look under the hood at our ads that we're running? What are we looking at? What am I doing wrong? What could I be doing better? I'm happy to take a look. This is something that I love to do for free for teams, just to give them a little bit more perspective and understanding of what's working, what isn't, give them some tips. Even 30 minutes, you're going to learn so much if we just sit down and chat through it. So if you found some value with this episode, be sure to pop on over, leave a positive rating or review on Spotify or Apple, but more importantly, share this episode with someone who's just like you, someone who's trying to sell more tickets and get more fans to your games. Until next time.